So this is 9 things not to do or say to a pregnant woman based off of my experience. I thought I had 10, but I only have 9, so that's okay. Um, Before I get started, I wanted to talk about a couple things. First of all, every woman's list is going to be different, obviously. I know when I got pregnant, tons of people warned me that I was going to hate it when strangers touch my belly, and I actually don't mind that at all. In fact, only one person has asked me before she touched my belly, and even if she touched it without asking, I wouldn't have cared, but I thought that it was really thoughtful that she asked. So my advice for anyone who likes to touch pregnant bellies is just to ask the mom first, because that might be one of the things that really she doesn't like at all. So another thing is, not all of these things like really bothered me that much, but some of them really did. So with that being said, number 1, when you ask a woman when she's due and then she tells you, don't respond with something like, oh wow, you still have a long way to go. I hate that. I feel like every milestone I hit is so significant. And so I feel like when someone responds that way, it kind of downgrades the progress, like where I feel like I am in my pregnancy. So I just feel like there are so many better things that you could say. You could just say like, oh, that's exciting, but don't tell her that she has so long to go. Number 2, don't tell her that you're on a diet. I feel like when I got pregnant, that's when all of my friends, including my husband, decided to go on a diet, and that's just not okay. If you want to go on a diet, that's awesome. If you want to get healthy, that's awesome. But don't tell me, don't rub it in my face how much weight you've been losing, because I'm just going to be getting bigger for the next several months. Number 3. This one should be obvious, and I'm probably going to blush just talking about it. But don't ask her when or how it happened. We had some guests come over and stay with us in November, and when we told them that we were expecting, somebody was like, oh, congratulations, did it happen when we were staying with you guys that weekend? And I was just like, for the record, no, it didn't, but I don't know, don't ask that. It's just awkward and uncomfortable, and you don't need to know that. Like, I don't need to tell you that. Just, that one's obvious, and I feel like I'm getting red just talking about it. So, number 4 and number 5 kind of go together, so I'm going to list them first and explain them after. Number 4 is, don't assume her marital status based on how young she looks or her relationship with the baby daddy, just based on her age. And number 5 is, don't discreetly search her left hand for a ring. So first of all, I know that I'm young, and I think people assume that I'm not married just because of my age, but obviously that's not the case. But I feel like it's just rude. Even if I wasn't married, I feel like, who cares? I think that a baby is a joy whether you're married or not, and I don't think that people should view a pregnancy as not as exciting or not as happy just because of somebody's situation. I don't know. I think that regardless of the situation, you should be just as happy for that mom, whether she's married or unmarried, whether she's old or young. Like, I don't know. Just don't do that. And when you discreetly search for a ring on her left finger, it's not so discreet. She will probably notice. And then also, I had somebody, what made me get number 4, like write down number 4, was somebody was like, oh, how's your relationship with your baby daddy? Like, is he still part of your life and stuff like that? And I was just like, it's good. We're married. And she was just like, oh, I didn't realize that you were married. But I don't know. I just think that those two things are just rude. Don't be judgmental, and just be happy for her regardless on the situation. Number 6, don't tell her that her hands are starting to swell. My sister told me that, and that one was kind of funny. It didn't really bother me that much, but it made me feel like my hands are fat or something. So that wasn't very nice to point out, Sarah. Number 7, don't tell her that she can have your old fat jeans from before you lost weight. I think that's self-explanatory. Don't say fat when you're telling a pregnant woman about the clothes that she should be wearing. I don't know. There's a big difference between just big jeans and maternity jeans. When you get pregnant, you don't get fat everywhere. It's just your tummy grows, your legs stay the same size. So maternity jeans, you buy a size and everything is the same as pre-pregnancy except for the nice stretchy material. And so it's not like buying jeans that are just too big for you, because those would be bigger everywhere. And I'm not trying to be have a saggy butt and saggy legs just for them to fit my stomach. So there's a difference between maternity jeans and fat jeans. So don't offer your oversized jeans to a pregnant woman. Number 8. This one didn't bother me, but in one of my classes, my professor asked how far along I was, and then I told her, and then she asked if I was having 1 or 2, which, I mean, it didn't bother me, but I could see where it could, because I think she was joking. I'm pretty sure that she was joking because she laughed after, but I could see where that would bother somebody if someone was assuming that you were pregnant with twins, and you weren't, just because obviously you don't want to get bigger than you have to. I don't know. So don't ask 1 or 2. Number 9, the last one. This one's a big one for me. Don't buy her the big things without her approval. And the thing about this one is the big things. It's okay, at least for me, obviously it's okay if you want to buy clothes for the baby, if you're excited, you want to buy things like that for the baby, but please don't bring over to her house a stroller and crib bedding, stuff like that the mom is obviously going to want to pick out. First of all, with the crib bedding, it's going to be in my house. I have my own taste. I have a vision of how I want the nursery to look. And if you see crib bedding that you think the mom is going to like, maybe take a picture of it first and text it to her and ask if she likes it. But don't just assume and buy it and give it to her and make her feel obligated that this is what she has to do. I don't know. I feel and I know that people are just excited, and I appreciate that people are trying to be helpful. But I'm excited too. I've never had a baby before. I've never gone baby shopping. I obviously, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to most about my pregnancy, is picking out, the travel system and the crib bedding. And so I feel don't take that experience away from an expectant mom. Yeah. Just wait until she registers and then have at it. Buy whatever you want. But just don't, pick things up here and there. The big things I'm talking about. Small things, okay. But the things that a mom is going to want to pick out herself, don't pick out for her. And then expect her to like it, and then just avoid that situation completely. So yeah, those are my 9 things that have bothered me so far. I'm sure this is going to be like a part 1 video because as the months go on, I know that new things are going to come up. So if so, I'll make a new video later on. But for now, those are the things that you should probably avoid. So that's it. Like I said in my last video, I will see you for my 21-week update. Bye!